guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this time we are going to be doing something very interesting with this very interesting color, an army green color. It is, the yarn I'm using is actually a super saver jumbo size yarn, and you can get this from any Walmart in your area. You can get it from online, from Amazon. You can get it from AliExpress if you're not in US, but if you're in USA, you can get it from any Walmart, any supermarket that sells yarn would carry this yarn. This is one of the most popular yarn around here. I'll also be needing my pins. At some point, I'll be using pin 6. This is US, for US pins. They will write it there US pin 6 or 4mm. 4mm. I'll also be using 3.25 mm. 3.25 mm. And this one is 3 mm. This is 3 mm. Yeah, US 3 mm. So I'll be using these pins at any point in time. I'll start with this one. I'll start with pin 4. Why I said at any point in time, it doesn't matter. These are the 3 pins I'll be using as my mind pleases as I go along the way. So it doesn't mean that you must use this or you must use this, or you can use any of these 3 pins for this project that I want to do now. And what you need, again, you need your scissors. Most definitely you need your scissors, and you need your tape. So I'll be using two colors for this project. I'll be using 2 colors. I'll be using a black yarn and this yarn. So what am I doing? I'm going to be working on an outfit. I don't have a picture of it yet, and it's just in my head, but as we go, definitely you'd understand it. So my outfit, I'm going to start with the shorts, the band of the shorts, and I'm going to use a black yarn for the band. So this is how I'm going to, this black yarn, this yarn is the same with this, it's the same jumbo size red hat yarn. So I'll start with the black.
So to start with the band, we are going to do our knob, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So do your 10 chains. I hope you can see. So 10 chains. I've changed the background of this. So I did 10 chains and 3 extra as my first double crochet. That means in total the first chain is going to be 13 chains. 13 chains, go back to the 4th one. That's keep 3 chains and do double crochet on the 4th one. So that is it. So that is our first row, and now for the second row we are going to split stitch. 1, 2, 3 chains, turn your work and split your stitch. I'm going this way. Instead of taking it from here, I'll be taking from here. Since the background and the yarn is dark, I don't know if you'd see it. Let me use this thing. Okay, so my god, did it get worse? Okay, so I'm splitting the stitch like this. So I'll split all the stitches, 1 double crochet on each splitted stitch, 1 double crochet on each splitted stitch, and you get to the end there. So we have this. And now what I'm going to do right now is I will do my 3 chains and I'll repeat what I did. Don't know if, okay. Split stitch again to the end. Split your stitch this way. Split your stitch. Instead of taking from here the whole stitch, you split it till the end, and you repeat this till you get 25 or 26 or 27 inches. So for me, my waist size is 28, and I'm going to be doing 28 inches long. Okay, so this is how far we've made it. We've made like I said, I'm going to make 28 or 27. So this is it, 27 at the spot. But if you drag it, definitely it will fit a size 30 to size 32 person, but normally it is 27, 28. Okay, but if you drag it, you know, it's stretchy, so definitely this will fit a size 32 person. And now the next thing is to join this part and this part, join the edges together, so we will have our waist. So we can have our waist. So for that, I'm going to be using a smaller pin. I'll be using pin 3.22 mm. Boy pin 2.25 mm. Did I say 3.25 mm. That's what I would be using to join it. And to join it, watch carefully. I don't know why I decided to make this video in the night. So to join it, right, I would put my pin into this other side. I will pull my pin here and take this stitch, the last stitch, then bring it out, then knot it as a single crochet. Okay, then now it is like this, right? So now I'll turn my yarn, I'll turn my work like this. There are so many ways to do it. You can just stitch it together, double crochet like I'm going to do. You can still use a needle and a thread and stitch it together anyhow you want it, but for me, this is how I have decided to do it. So I'm going to stitch the left and the right together, or the front and the back, as you may call it. Front and back, take and do double crochet, take from the front and take from the back and do double crochet, and that is it. One thing I want you all to know and understand is that the pin you use will determine how loose or how tight your work is. Like I used that very big pin. Where is the pin? My God. So this is the pin I used. This is pin 3 USA, or pin 4, pin 3 or pin 4. They didn't write it, but I think it's pin 3 or 4 mm, pin 4 mm, pin 4 mm. Now it is, you see how stretchy it is, very stretchy, but that is why I used it there, because I wanted to stretch this way, not this way. Okay, I want it to stretch this way. So now I'm going to use a smaller pin to work on this other side, which is this pin 0. You can use rose pin 1 if you're in Africa. Rose pin, the rose pin 1, or rose pin 2. You can use it to do this project, and you can use a bigger pin too if you want to be faster, but your tension would be loose. Your tension would definitely be loose. So the smaller your pin, the tighter your tension, or the tighter your work. So now I'm going to cut this and change my yarn, and talking about changing of yarn, you can also use any color to alternate these colors that I'm using. So I'm using a black yarn and this army green, like I said before, this army green yarn. So now I want to start my work. This is what I'm going to do at where I end the work. That is where I would start it. So I'm going to just put my pin in this way, and it's not clear. Okay, I'm going to just pull my pin in like that and take my crochet like this and like this. That is chain or single crochet, chain, 3 chains. Okay, now this is how my work looks. Now in this place I'm going to put one more. I'm going to put one more double crochet and I'll skip. So after putting it here, next thing is I'm going to skip this place and put it here. Double crochet. Okay, then in this place now is a row of double crochet. Every row of double crochet takes 2 double crochet, skip, no chain. You go to the next row of double crochet and do 2 double crochet, and you go to the next one and do 2 double crochet, and you go to the next one and do 2 double crochet, and that is it. 2 double crochet each. Okay, so we've gone round and right now we are here where we started with the second color. So now we are going to just join it with single crochet. This way, bring it out like that. Did you see what I did? Let me do it again. So you put your yarn on 1, 2, 3. You put your yarn there, your pin, your hook there. Bring out your yarn like you want to do a single crochet, then bring it out totally. Okay, then you do 3 single crochet, 3 chains rather, and continue. Now this is what we are going to do anytime we get here. That is what you're going to do to close that space. Okay, and you just keep going and knitting round and round and round till you get the size that you want, but don't forget to increase. Now our waist is, this is our waist, this is the waist, and the waist is 28. I did 28 for the waist. Now for a coffee person, this 28 would not fit the person's hip. Okay, this waist would not fit the person's hip, and the person's hip might be 42 or 40. Now this is 28, so you have to increase till you get to 40 or 42 for the skirt or the trouser or whatever you're doing to have curves. And then when you get to 40, if it's a skirt or a long trouser, you have to start reducing again so that it will be very curvy, so that the hip will be 40 and the leg side would be 28 again. I don't know if you guys understand, but this waist is 28. So after crocheting 5 5 rows or 6 rows or 3 rows, start increasing. Now how do you increase? I'm going to show you guys now because I'll do that off camera. So if you want to increase, you just add 1 in the same place. You can start increasing immediately, bit by bit. You add 1 in the same place. That means you do 2 double crochet in the same place. You crochet like 15, then you do 2 double crochet in the same place again, then you crochet like 15 without increasing, then you increase, you do 2 double crochet in the same place again, just like that, irregularly or regularly. If you want to do regularly, you can do 15, you can do after 20 you add, you can do after 18 you add, but most times I do it irregularly. And you can start increasing on your first row. That is after this very first one, the second row you can start increasing. You can also wait till you get down a bit. That's after like 4-5 rows you start increasing massively. And after that 4-5 rows, you will not leave too much space. You just crochet like after 10, then you increase. So now I increased here, and I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I can increase here. I'm adding here 2 there. So after like 10, I would add again. That is how I increase my work. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing this until I get to where I have to join it, because this is it basically. You just keep knitting and increasing irregularly or regularly as you want, and you get until you get to the place that you want to separate it. If you're doing a short, but if you're doing a skirt, you just keep going. There is no separation, it's just straightforward. Please, if you've not liked or subscribed to this channel, please guys, help me and subscribe to this channel so that we can keep posting. Please encourage me, support me. Share this video with your friends, with your family, those that you think that would want to learn how to crochet. Share this video to them because it's very helpful and it's very detailed. Okay, let's go back to our work. I'm increasing here, and means I'm adding 1. You guys will be asking why I'm increasing on this. It will not show. It's just because I wanted to show you and I don't want to lose it, so I'll just keep going. Okay guys, so I have made 14 rows, and I think it is time for me to separate. Now you can make, let me use my tape, from your band here to where you have to separate needs to be at least 8 inches, but depending on the person's size. Now for a medium size, you have to do at least 8 inches. I think I might have to do 9. That means I'll have to do like 2 more rows, right? So it will get to 9 because I think I'm bigger than I used to be. But this is it. And 8 inches is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you have to do at least 15 rows before you separate. Okay, so my 15 rows is done, and this is looking so fine, like very fine. Okay, so you have to separate like how do I say it, like in the middle, like from here, this space from here to here and this space from here to here needs to be the same. How do you achieve it? You have to count around, then you separate it into 2. That means you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, if this place from here to here is 30, you can mark it and then you mark 30 and then you count this other side. If it's 60, you know you have to separate. And if it's not 60, if it's like 65, if this other side is like 65, you add 2 to this side and 2 to this side, or you add 1 to this side and 1 to this side. That's how I usually do it for novice. But another way to do it, another way to know your middle place, that is the most accurate way to do it. Now, another way to do it is you have to measure like round. Now, if this is 15 and 15 and a half, that means you have to like, we need like me, I already know my middle. I know the middle, so I'm just doing this to let you know different ways that you can separate. So we need 8 inches. So from here to here is where we have to separate. From here to here, from 1 to 8 is where we have to separate. You see, so those are the ways you can separate, but the best I do is to count it, which I have already done, and I already know my middle. So when you know your middle, I know where you have to separate, the next thing you have to do is do 8 to 10 chains. 8 to 10 chains. Now this also depends on the lap of the person. If the person's thigh has, if the person has a very big thigh, you might do like 12 to 15 chains. If the person's thigh is not too big, you might do from 6 to 10 chains. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do 10 chains. I have done my 10 chains and I'm going to separate. Now to separate, I have done 10 chains and I'm doing like single crochet on the other side. See, single crochet, and I turned my work and I'm going to be working on one side, 1, 2, 3. That's my first double crochet. Continue with my double crochet round. I'm going to continue with my double crochet round. You see that? Okay, so I went round, like I crochet round like this, and I'm at this place where I joined. So now what I'm going to do is work on the chains. How do I work on the chains? I'm going to just complete double crochet. Now on the chains where I started, I'm going to do double crochet here. A single double crochet, that is 1 double crochet here. Then on each of the chains I'll be putting double crochet. And this is what we have here. Remember we did 3 chains, so we are going to work on the chains. Normally what I would say sometimes to my students is that after doing your double crochet, the last chain, you do your split stitch join here like this. You see, split stitch join. But if you can't, or if you don't remember, there's still no what's it called, no rules. You can just do double crochet on the 3 chains, but that will make your, in short, don't do it. So when you get to this place where you did 3 chains before you started, just do split stitch and join. That is a split stitch, join, and 3 chains again, another 3 chains again, right, and double crochet, round again. So now we are going to be just going to be working double crochet round until we get the size that we want for this leg. It is 2 legs, so this side is the one side, this side is the other side. So we're going to be working on this one first, then when this one is big enough, we can go and work on this other side. Okay, so we are done with this color for this leg, but trust me, we are not done with this leg yet. We're not done with this part of the leg yet, but for now we are going to just end this here. We're going to end this and start this other side, right? But this one we are not done with it yet. I'll still come back to this one. For now, let's work on this other side. So to add your yarn, it may be very confusing for someone that is just starting to crochet, but don't get confused, okay? So you put your yarn here, where you stopped when you were knitting this other side, when you were crocheting this other side. So you put your yarn there and you do 3 chains, chain 3, okay, chain 3, and do your double crochet and do double crochet round and do double crochet round. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell button, because it's the notification button and it's gonna notify you. YouTube will notify you whenever we post our next videos. Please help us, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notification. Thank you very much. Yes, so I have worked around it, okay, and now I'm going to work on this place. So I'm going to work on the remaining part of the chain that I did and join. So to do that, you complete your crochet piece, your double crochet, and the first double crochet goes here. Carefully watch, not here, but here. Don't worry about this, it will not show. So the next one goes here. Okay, so you just work on those chains, the remaining part of the chain. It's just like you work on the there's a double crochet on this part, so you work on this other, like, how do I explain it? So there's a double crochet on this side, so you're trying to make you're trying to make another double crochet on this part. So there's a double crochet, there's supposed to be another double crochet here. So there's a double crochet here and there's supposed to be another double crochet on this side, same as this side, same as this side. So that's it. So when you get to the end of the chain, you'd automatically notice that you have to join like this, right? Like this. So you split stitch on the third. Remember you did 3 chains to start, so on that first 3 chains, the third chain you split stitch and you join like you're doing a single crochet, and then you do your chains, and then you do your double crochet, and you work on all the other double crochets round like you did on this other side. And this other foot is almost ready, so we're going to complete this. So we've gone the first row. We are going to do 3 more rows. Okay, so we're done with this. We are not done with it. So we are just done with the first stage, and now we're going to be adding black yarn to the legs. So we're going to be adding black yarn. What do? You put in your yarn, make two chains, and do double crochet, single crochet round. Okay, not double crochet, single crochet round. So we are going to be doing single crochet round, and we'll repeat this like 5 times. Hey guys, so I have done single crochet with black yarn, single crochet round, and I'm going to do the same thing for this leg. See? Yo guys, so we're done with this short. Normally you can wear it like this, but because of the style I want to do, we are going to continue. So it is too early to click on that button. Don't go anywhere yet. Let me show you how I'm going to put my pockets in this shirt. So I want to put a pocket, and the pockets will start from here to here. It will start from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? 8, and it will be 15 to this side and 15 to the back side. So let's count from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So my 15 is here. Then from the same place, right, that I counted from, that's the same place I'll count from the back. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So 15 to the back, 15 to the front. You can do more, you can do less, okay? So I'm going to add this way. I'm putting my pin from here to here, and I'll take and I'll make a double crochet. 1 2 3 chains, which is my first double crochet. Then I would need double crochet like this. I'm taking from in, out, in, out. Okay, double crochet, double crochet. So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to make pockets. Okay, remember this is a camel, so it's supposed to give that camel vibes. This is how I'm doing the pockets. You take in and out. I hope you guys can see. I hope nobody's confused or anything. Just carefully watch the videos. If you don't understand, you play back. And you're gonna get it, trust me. Okay, that's it. Hey guys, so we are done with the one row each for the leg, the black yarn. So now I'm going to do something on the short. I'm going to make pockets, and the pockets will be 10 to the side and 10 to the other side. When I say 10 to the side, what do I mean? On the third row, right? On the third row, I'm going to count, making sure it's equal. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. This is 10. And I'm going to do double crochet on this. 10. I'm going to do double crochet on this. This is my first double crochet, which is 3 chains. Okay. 3 chains, which is my first double crochet. Then I'm going to continue like this, put in, bring out, double crochet, put in, bring out. You see that? I'm taking it like this. Not like this, which you can actually do, but for it to be very neat, you take it this way. Okay, I'm going to change my pin. It's the same thing. So I want to do 20. If I started at 10, that means I need to do 20 double crochet like this. So I need to do 20 of this, 20 double crochet. Let's go. Now we've done 20 of this, and I'm going to do single crochet or splits. I'm going to do single crochet this way on the next row. I'm going to do single crochet on the next row. Okay, single crochet, take everything. Okay, and three chains, go to the upper row. This is one row, this is the other row. Take again. All right, single crochet, and then turn your work. Take and do double crochet to this end. Work on these double crochets. Okay, now when you're going back, the first double crochet is, don't know if you guys can see, when you're going back, when you're working on this, the first double crochet is taken already. You've done 3 chains covering your first double crochet, so work on the second one first. Or else you'll be increasing. So work on this one first. And be going. And work on every other one, double crochet on every other one until you get to the end. When you get to the end, right, when you get to the end, you're going to just take your crochet and join it. Remember, it's 2 rows you've done now, so you're going to skip 1, 2 rows, then you join it like this. Okay, on the second row you join it. And do 3 chains. You turn your work, okay, and you keep going to the other side. You turn your work after 3 chains. Then remember, your 3 chains is your first double crochet, and the first double crochet is the next row. So on this short, you have to skip, you have to go to the next row and join it like that. Okay, don't get confused. You have to go to the next row and join it like this. And continue crocheting on all this. Remember, you're skipping the first one. So you have to repeat this process till you get the size that you want. Okay, you have to repeat this process. Knit to the end, join on the next row, turn, knit 3 chains, join it first before you continue, join it on the next row before you continue. Okay, so that's it, that's that, and it is growing already. See that? Okay, so we have done this and cut, and I'm going to do like same thing I did here. I'm going to do it here, but this one is going to be the cover. So I'll turn my work upside down, skip 2 spaces, 2 rows or 3 rows. Okay, I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 rows. On this 3rd row, I would put in my pin and crochet. I think I should be doing 2 rows. So on the second row, sorry, I'll put my pin and I'll do my 3 chains for my first double crochet, and I would work on this. I'll do this for like 20 to 21. I did 20 here, 10 fronts, 10 backs, so I'm just going to do the same thing and end it where I ended this one. So I'm going to crochet from here to here. 19. Supposed to be 20. Apparently I did not. I missed 1 year. Normally I'm supposed to lose, but I would not lose. Okay, so I'm at the end and 3 chains, turn. So for the cover, you're just going to do 3 chains and turn without joining it. Okay, for the cover, just do 3 chains, turn and knit till you get to the end, and 3 chains, turn when you get to the end, and you knit and get to this other end, just like that for the cover. Okay, so I'm at this end, and remember I missed one, so I'm going to go in there and do a very long crochet. It will not show. Nobody's gonna know. Yeah, so 3 chains, turn and continue. So that is it. That is that for that. So we're going to repeat the same thing on this other side of the shorts. So it will be like a baggy. So it will be like a baggy shirts, baggy shorts, baggy shirts. So that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Let's go to the next one. Hey guys, so the next thing we are going to be adding to these shorts is the belt hold, or how do they call it, the belt holds, the holes for the belts. And for that, I'm going to be using a very big pin. I'm going to be using pin 9 or 5.50 mm. Okay, I'm going to be using pin 5.50 mm, and I'm going to double my strands. So if you're using yeye yarn in Africa or wherever you are, you're using a yeye yarn, please double your your yarn when doing this. Like use like six straps of yarn. So guys, for the belt, we are going to use our camo yarn and do the same thing we did for the band, the waistband, but this time we are just doing 10 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 chains, and go back to the third one. So you do 3 chains when you get to the end, and you split stitch. You split your stitch and you repeat this process as long as you want, as long as your waist size is. I'll do 30 to 40 for this because I want the belt to be very long. Hey guys, you're welcome again to our YouTube channel. So today we'll be doing a top, a woody top, and it's going to be very interesting. This video is going to teach you a lot. I'm using this jumbo size super silver red hat yarn from Walmart. I got it from Walmart, but you can actually buy it online if you're not in the United States. You can buy it online on AliExpress or Amazon preferably. And it is a very thick, it's very thick, so I don't double it. It's just 3 ply, but no, it's not, it's 4 plies. See that, it's 4 plies, but it's very thick. The texture is very thick. So if you're using any yarn in Africa, you can use yeye. You can use yeye, original yeye yarn, but you have to double it twice. That means you have to double the strands, okay? And the next thing I'm using is pin 5mm. I'm using a pin 5mm for this because I want it to be faster and bold. I want these strands, the stitches, to be bold. I would be needing my scissors, and I would also be needing my tape for measurements. I may not use it, but you know, you have to have it. Yes, so to start, what am I doing? I'm going to be doing a camo jacket. It's not like a jacket, a camo top, and it will have a hoodie. It's going to be an interesting one, like I said earlier. So please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please just hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification by clicking on the bell icon, because I'm going to be posting more and more interesting videos and you don't want to miss it. So I'm going to start with the back of the dress because it is easy for me, because I want to start with it. So I'm going to do a long chain. I have done my measurements already. I know you have no idea of what I'm doing right now. Sincerely, I have like 40% idea. I don't have 100% idea of what I'm doing. I just have the image in my head and I want to create with you guys. So let's create this together. Please stay in this video. Don't scroll, don't pass. Okay, so I'm going to start with a chain up to 17 inches because I need just like 17 inches of this chain. 17 inches, but not 17 chains. Remember, when I say inches, it's different from the chains. If I say 17 chains, then you have to just need 17 chains. But if I say 17 inches, that means you need to use your tape and crochet till you have 17 inches. Okay, so we've made our chains to 17 inches and see. And now we're going to do double crochet on these chains. I'm going to do double crochet on these chains, okay? So my first double crochet, 1 2 3, go to the third one or the fourth one, and then do your double crochet. So I'm going to crochet on these chains, double crochet each till the end. Okay, so we've crocheted double crochet on the chains till the end, and at the end what I'm going to do now is just 3 chains and turn. Okay, 3 chains and turn, and I'll be working on all the double crochet till I get back up there. I'm doing double crochet on the chain, on this other double crochet. So work back double crochet till we get back to the end, and we repeat this process until it is big. So you just double crochet, do 3 chains turn, and work on your double crochet here. Okay guys, so we've made up to this length, which is very long. This is the what is it called, length and width. This is the length of the dress. That's from shoulder to waist. I did 17 chains, but it's obvious that it's stretchy, so it has stretched to 19. So I did 19 from shoulder to waist, and the width so far is 13 inches. Okay, but there is something I want you all to understand here. This is the width, and I need to like make the hands, you understand? So at the back there's supposed to be a curve for the underarm. The underarm is supposed to be a curve, and I decided, because this is the first of its designs, I have not done this before, so I decided to give 7 inches space from the shoulder to the underarm. Okay, 7 inches. So when you're crocheting back to the top, before you get to the top, at least 7 inches before you get to the top, you'd have to stop and do 3 chains, and turn your work, and do your double crochet back. And this, you do it at least 4 times. This is the first row, this is the second row I'm working on, so I'm going to work on 4 rows. Then when I'm done with this, I'll do the same thing on this other side. Okay, so let's be done with this first. So we've done 1, 2, 3 rows of the extension, the underarm extension. So we're going to do the same thing for this other side at the same points. So we are going to do the same thing at the same point for this side. So right now I've cut, and I'm going to join here and do the same thing I did on the other side. That's 3 rows of an extension, underarm extension, just like this. Okay, so I join my crochet, my yarn, to double crochet, 3 chains, and start my double crochet, and we go. So for those of you that are using rose pin, let me say pin 2, pin 1, that are not big, like for example this type of pins, right? For those people that use this type of pin, you will of course double your yarn. If you're not using a thick yarn like this, you have to double your yarn. But you would not do, if I want to count by rows, right, you would not do by rows, you do by inches, because 2 rows of this is like 3 rows of this, you understand? So 2 rows of this 1 row, 2 rows of this is like up to 3 rows of this. So you have to knit like 3 or 4 rows depending on the weight of your yarn. So when you're doing this pattern or this project, don't forget to use your tape, because it's your tape that will tell you if you've gotten to the length that you want. For example, I used 18 inches length for the back. You have to use your tape to measure it, because if you crochet and you get, like if you crochet with this and I give you like counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you understand, I give you counts of this crochet, it's not going to work. You must use your tape when you're using other size of pin than the one I am using for my work. Okay, so don't get confused, because I saw a comment on one of my videos that someone was asking, oh, what pin did you use, what yarn did you use? It is actually not necessary the yarn or the pin you use. Just use the right length, know your length, and use the right length, and you will not have issues with your pin or your yarn. I can use any pin or any yarn for any project, as long as I know the length I want to do it. As long as I know the length I want to do for the projects. So that's it. Okay, so we are done with the back of this dress, and this is how it looks. Now we are going to start working on the front. of the dress, and the front is not going to be as long as the back. The front is just going to be like 16 inches. Did I say 16? The front is going to be, yeah, 14 inches. Okay, the front is going to be 14 inches. And okay, how do I do this? And there's a pattern I want to do. So for the front we are going to start from side and move to how do I explain it for you guys to understand? In short, let me show you what I'm going to do. So to start, we are going to start with 14 inches long chain. 1, 2, 14 inches long chain. Remember when I said 14 inches, I mean 14 inches, not 14 chains. So don't go and do 14 chains and say, oh, this thing is not long. 14 inches, use your tape, okay? Yes. Remember your rope is stretchy, so 14 inches would be, yeah. But if you leave this on the floor and you measure it, it is 16 inches. Okay, let's lose still 14. I overdid it. Okay, 14. Okay, I think this is fair enough. So this is 14 inches, and we are going to do double crochet on these chains. Okay, we are going to do double crochet on these chains. So here's our first row of double crochet. Okay, now 3 chains, turn your work, and on our second row now, we're on the second row of double crochet, and see you when we've done our 5 rows. Ciao. Hey guys, so we've done our 5, and I decided to add 1 more row before I turn on my camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last row 6. But on the 6th row, like I said, you have to do 5 first. So on the 6th row, I'm not going to get to the end. I'll stop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before the end. Okay, I'll stop 6 crochets before the end, 6 stitches before the end. So that is the 7th one. I'm going to do this 6. Okay, so from here we have start reducing, and we would reduce bit by bit. This is how I'm reducing. I didn't take it completely, I went to the next one. Okay, so this one and this one have one up. Remember in my other videos I said I showed you how to reduce. So now I'm going to be doing this. Whenever I get to the end, I would reduce. This is still looking like it is big. Oh, well, that is that. Like I said, I have not this is the first of this design, and I am just doing trial and error. So let's see how it comes out. So I'm going to just get to the end. When you're going back to the end, make sure you reach the end. Don't do this. Don't do this here. This is the neck. I'm trying to create a neck here. Okay. Be faster. Yep, so on our way going back, this is the 8th rows. 1 2 3. Yeah, this is on the 8th row now, right? 1 2 3 4. Yeah, 8 rows. Yep. Okay, so on our way going back, I will not get to the end. Now this is not it's not looking like it's right, but well, so I would do this, adding 2 to 1 and crocheting it like that instead of me leaving so much space. Okay, so I'm going to turn and reduce the same way on this other side. Don't know what I'm trying to achieve, but like I said, it's gonna be okay. So 2 to 1, nope. Okay, I did the same thing before I turned, and this is how it looks. Okay, we are going to keep reducing like that, and hopefully, Jesus, I hope I'm doing the right thing. This is looking bad, guys. I am losing. This is what I don't like. I have to lose because I just calculated and did some engineering, and I think that it's not gonna work. The mathematics is not gonna work at all. Now this is what I don't like. After doing my calculation and my arithmetic here, if that word is correct, after doing my engineering here, just notice that it's not gonna work. So we've gotta lose it. We've gotta lose it. We've gotta lose it. We've gotta lose it. This well. Alright, I think that's okay. I don't know. I hate losing. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, so we are back to the 5th line. That was a waste of time. Okay, so we are back to the 5th line. 1 2 3 4 5 rows, and I decided to add one more row before I turn on my camera, but I did not complete the row because I want to show you guys something. So I want to reduce, right? I want to reduce, and it is not easy because I don't know how to calculate this. I'm just like doing hide and seek here, trials and errors here, but let's try this. So few inches to the end of this row. Where's my tape? Okay, few inches. Let me not do few inches, let me be accurate. 4 inches to the end of this row. Let me measure myself to be sure. Okay, 4 inches to the end of this 6th row, right? 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches to the end of this 6th row. We are going to stop and turn because this is going to be the shoulder and we have to start reducing. Okay, so 3 chains and turn, and also reduce when you turn. Okay, reduce when you turn because I'm trying to make a V-neck at the same time. I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm sure it's gonna look good. Of course, is it not us again? We'll do it. YouTube fam, we'll do it. Yes, so we're going to knit all the way down and come back, and when we get back I'll show you what I'll do. See you soon. Okay, so on the 1 2 3 4 8th row, That's us coming back. We are going to do this before the end. 1 2 before the end. Okay, we are going to reduce. We've reduced there, and we are going to also reduce here. 1 2 3 chains. Done your work. And reduce 2 and reduce it there. Okay, so continue. Okay, so I'm on the 10th row for my with my project, and I'm going to reduce here 2. So I'm reducing 2 steps before the end. Okay, 2 steps before the end, then 3 chains and turn. There's something I want to show you guys. There's something I want you all to understand. Now, for the front, I'm working on just year to year. Let me see. Good. So I'm working on just this place to this place for the front. I'm not doing this downside. Okay, so this is literally starting from here. All right, because this would get joined like this, to get joined like that. So now this is the neck that I'm trying to reduce. So we are going to reduce, then we are going to increase. Now, how do you know when to stop reducing and start increasing? You would measure year to year 13 inches, and you have to divide 13 into 2. That is 6.5. That is 6.5, or 7. That is 7, or 6.5. 7 is supposed to be 14. So that's 6.5. So right now, because I'm using a big yarn, big yarn and big pin, it's not going to take me so many rows to get to this point. Okay, it's not going to take me so many rows to get to this point. So if you're using the same size of pin and the same size of yarn, you can count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Oh, 1 2 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is 10, and I think it's going to be left with 1 before I start increasing. So this is 10. This is 10, and I'm looking at 7.5. So I should be at year before I'll start increasing. So I need like two more I need 2 more rows, because we're looking at 6.5, right? So I need 2 more rows to start increasing, and before the 2 more rows I would still reduce before the 2 more rows. And now I'm going to turn here, right? So if you're using different pin, if you're using a rose pin and a smaller yarn, or you're using yeye yarn and rose pin 1 or rose pin 2 or rose pin 3, right, you would have to measure it. So when you start your front, measure 6 inches, depending on the size too. I'm doing for a medium size, breast 34, waist 28, and my hip, that's for short, breast 34 and waist 28. So if you're doing for medium size, like this my project, right, you have to measure you have to use your tape, measure it, and know when you're to stop reducing and start increasing, which is 6.5 or 7. 6.5 or 7 is when you stop and start increasing. I'll show you how to start increasing too. So for now, I'm going to reduce because we are not up to the level to stop, and when we get to where we'll have to start increasing, which is in the next row, I'll show you how to start increasing. So I have reduced here, and I'll work on my way down. Okay, so we are at the 7 inches, so we have to start increasing from our calculation. Okay, so to increase, I reduced here. See, it's 2 spaces, 1, 2. So on the 7th one, the last row, I reduced 1, 2. Okay, I reduced here. So from here I'll start increasing. Now to increase, we need to increase 1, 2, 3. We need to increase 3 steps forward, upward. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, one, 2. So to increase, this is tricky, so you guys should pay attention. Okay, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 chains, and I'm going to work on skip 1, 2, 3. On the 4th one, I'm doing my double crochet on the 4th one. Okay, and I'm doing it on the next one, and I'm doing it on my crochet stitch. See, don't know if you see or understand that, but that is it. Automatically we've added, you see. So there's a V here. Okay, there's a V here, automatic V. On the second row of our increasing process, we are going to do this. Remember, this is trial and error, but it is worth it. Okay, I'm adding 2 now. I did not increase the way I increased here, so that's 1. This is 2. So yeah, I added 2 instead of doing the 5 chains and back. I added 2. That means I added 1 more there. Okay, so that way it's not going to, I just needed this place to be a deep V. That's why I did that. So now I'm going to do my 3 chains and turn, and I'm going to add here. Add here. Instead of going here as normal, we are going to add at the bottom of these chains. Okay, that way you've increased here too automatically, and you just keep going. So we are at the end again, or the top again, whichever one it is for you, and we are just going to do the same thing, adding at the end, which is like this. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, turn, add at this place, at this spot. 1. Okay, so this is just what I'm going to do now. The exact lines you did from when you started reducing to when you stopped is the exact line or rows you're going to do from when you start increasing to the upside to when you stop increasing. Okay, how do I mean? What do I mean? From this place that you started decreasing, right? I started decreasing. I did 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows before the last one. So I have to do 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows before I increase. Okay, before I do this part. And this part here, before we come to that, this part here, you have to just do a long chain. I just think I should tell you. I'm still gonna show you. So let's crochet and get to this part because I've already shown you how to do these ones. Okay, so we did 6, so we're going to do 6 rows here too. Let's go. All right, guys, I am tired. Okay, so I have gotten my 6 rows. 6 rows, yeah. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we've gotten it. So we have to work with this place, for this place, on this place, whichever one. So to do that, we have to count. I don't know what yarn and what this thing you're using, pin you're using, but whatever you did here is same thing you're going to do on this other side. So I'm counting 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So that's 15 chains, and I hope you get it right. You get the right chains too. This is 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Now this is 15 chains. If I should just turn and start crocheting, I'll miss 1 2 3 chains, right? So I have to do my first double crochet, which is extra 2, because I'm going to, this first one is first double crochet, right? Extra 2. So after counting your chains, 15 or 20 or 13 or 10 that you left, add extra 2 or 3. I decided to do 2. All right, so I'm going to go on the fourth chain. On the fourth chain I skipped 3. Okay, went on the fourth one and double crochet, double crochet, double crochet on all the chains. All right, and now I'm going to start working on these parts. I'm going to just crochet on all the crochet stitch, do double crochet on all the double crochet stitches, and I'm going to make 5 rows of this. Remember, this one is 5 rows. 1 2 3 4 5, right? 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, so I'm going to make 5 rows of this. I've gotten one already. See you when I'm at 5. Yes, and that is it. That is how we made our front of this dress, and it is so easy, isn't it? Is it not easy? So we're going to add our front to the back. You add the front to the back. This side, you're going to add it, we're going to add it this way, and add this other side this way. Okay, it will not show, nobody's gonna know, I ain't gonna know. So to join it, you have a choice to use if you're using this pin already, then good for you. If you're not, then you have to get a smaller pin if you've been using a big pin. So for the smaller pin, I'm using pin 3.25 mm. 3.25 mm. Don't use a big pin to join. You'll not like it. You might not like it. Me, I don't used to like it, but it's not like it's compulsory to change your pin. But That's me for you. Okay, so now I'm going to join this part and this part, this part and this part, and join this side like I said. So to join it, it's easy. Any part can be the front, any part can be the back, because right now I've not joined anything yet. So let me turn it like this. Okay, so I can just put here, put here, put from the front to the back, okay, and take it like this. Bring out your yarn and do a single crochet. We are joining with single crochet, and you can decide to use your needle and pincy. Let me show you guys. Let it not be like I don't have it. I have needles, okay, I have crochet needles, but I just want to be fast about it because I've spent all day doing this work. So you just take from front and the back and you do your single crochet, front and the back and single crochet. So I'm going to put this yarn here and I'm going to make chains, a long chain, as long as you want. Okay, so we are done with this rope here. We are going to do the same thing on this other side. So that is it for this top for now, but we are moving up to the next part, which is the hoodie. Remember, it's a hoodie top. Okay, so we are going to put hoodie on the neck, and that is the most interesting part of this top. We are going to do our hoodie. Very interesting, isn't it? So we are doing the hoodie separately and then we'll join it with the top. All right. Okay, so for our hoodie, we would start with our chains. We are starting with chains, and we are going to do 8 inches long chain. Oh, it's late in the night, I'm sorry. So we are doing 8 inches long chain. Okay, that's 8 inches long. That's it, 8 inches long chain. The extra 2 or 3 will be used as our first double crochet. So we go back to the third one and knit our double crochet on the chains to the end. Oh God. So to do the hoodie, you have to do 8 inches long chain with pin 5 or a big pin. Okay, whether big pin or not, just do 8 inches long chain. It's very important to do 8 inches long chain. I'm using a pin 5, so the number of my stitches will not be the same with someone that is using pin 2. Remember, the number of your stitches and the thickness depends on the pin you're using. So for pin 5 millimeters, that's size 8 USA, you do a pin, you do 8 inches long chain. Yeah, 8 inches long chain, and you do single crochet on all the chains. You do single crochet on all the chains. Did I say single crochet? Jesus, you do double crochet on all the chains. Double crochet, I'm sorry. I think I'm very tired. I need to rest so that my brain will be refreshed. I've been crocheting all day. So you do double crochet on all the chains. So I have done double crochet on all these chains, and now I'm at the end. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do like I want to crochet bag. That's double crochet, go to the next one, double crochet. Okay, so I added 2 here, and I'm adding 2 here. That is 2 double crochet in this place. You go to the next one, 2 double crochet. Okay, this 1 2 1 2 in the same place, and you just continue. Just continue. Till you get to the end. So I'm at the end, and now I'm just easily going to do my 3 chains, and I'll turn at the end. I'm not going around like I did here. Okay, so I'll do 3 chains and I'll turn and continue double crochet on all this other double crochet stitches. So you guys see, the second time you're not increasing anything, but when we come back we are going to start increasing. Okay, we've gotten to the end of the second row and we'll start increasing when we turn. Okay, so you do your 3 chains and turn and knit at least 20 to 25 double crochet. Now I'm going to increase here. I'm going to add one more to the same place. Okay, then I'll continue double crochet on each stitches without increasing for like 8 to 10. Then I would increase. I've added one here. I'm adding one again in the same place. Then I would continue regularly for like 8 to 10 places, and then I would add here. Added here. Okay, then one more on the next one, because this is a crucial place. If you don't increase here very well, it will turn coffee, it will turn like a bag, so you have to increase at this end. If possible, increase at 2 places at the end immediately. I increased here and I increased here. I added here 2 in 1, 2 in 1, 2 in 1 here. I did 1 double crochet, then 2 in 1, 2 in 1. I'm doing 1 double crochet now, and the next one I'll put 2 in 1. And then I'll do like 8 to 10 double crochet before I increase again. So for the hoodie, what you have to know is the first row you add 2 at the end. That means you're starting from here, right? So you add 2 when you double crochet to this place, and you add 2 at the other side, and you crochet back, and you do your chains and turn. And when you get here, you increase, you just knit all through and pass so that you form that curve. When you knit all through and pass without adding here, it will form a curve, this curve. Okay, don't add for the second row. Then the third row you start adding, but don't add on all of them. Add scantily. Okay, like I added here. Let me find where I added here, and then I added here, and then I added here. You see the space? Added here, here, and here. Then I added here. I skipped all this, and I added here, and I added here. So you see, you have to add scantily. So when I'm going back, I'll still add scantily. Some places I will not add, some rows I will not add, because I don't want it to look somehow, and I don't want it to be too big or too small. So I'll just add it when my mind says add Joyceline. I would add. And don't get yourself confused by the way I teach. It's just the way I learned. They didn't use book and pen to teach me, so it's all in my head. As I'm saying it, just be grabbing it like that. Just be grabbing it like that. Okay, if you don't understand anything, you can actually just drop a comment in the comment section. My comment box are always open for questions, for suggestions, for inquiry, for other informations. And by the way, our website is available. If you want to buy any of our outfits, it will be posted. They are all posted on our website at jwears1.com. jwears1.com. You can always check us out on our website or our Instagram at jwears001. jwears001. You can always check us out. Our Instagram DM is always open, and we are active to reply your message whenever you send your message. Okay, and we are posting more videos on this channel. We are working on so many designs, so many videos that we are still editing, so we are going to be posting. So just like this video, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to click the notification button so that whenever we post, we might take 2 weeks, we might take 1 week, we might take 1 month, we might take 2 months to create a video and edit, but it depends on the project and how busy we are. So click on the notification button, because it's going to actually help us to notify you whenever we post our videos. Okay, thank you so much for understanding. So we are going to keep increasing and decreasing and crocheting this. I see I have added here. I did not add all through, but I added here. Okay, I added here, and I'm going to be adding at the end. So after like 1 2 3 4, on the 5th one I'm going to add here. Okay, I have added here too. So there's no rules to it, there's no rules to you adding, but add reasonably and reduce when you're supposed to reduce. Normally you're not supposed to reduce when you're doing a hoodie. You're only supposed to add and stop adding. Okay, but if you feel like it's too big, you can still reduce. Like I said, there are no rules to crocheting. Crocheting is creativity. You can just create. Your mistake might be another person's style. You understand? Yeah, so that's just it. So see you guys when this cap is big, because this is it basically. I don't have to do any other thing. I just need to start. I just need to keep increasing and decreasing and not increasing and crocheting. I've shown you the basics of it. See you soon. Okay guys, so this is how big it is. So we're increasing, and this is just the hoodie. Okay, so now we're going to join this with our top. We are going to put it this way and try to make sure you manage the space very well, so that this so it will start from here and go round to this place. Okay, so you have to try your best to manage this space. So we are going to start from where the V is. All right, we are going to start from where the V is, and we are going to, your shirt will definitely be in the right side when you're sewing, because you're sewing it inner like this. So when you open it like this, is going to be the good side, like that. So place it like this, and I'll use a smaller pin, or you can use a smaller pin, or you use your crochet needle, which I don't want to use. So I'll go from here, take my crochet stitch, my crochet yarn, and do my single crochet, and I'm going to just join it with single crochet. Now make sure you manage it very well, so that some places will not be folded while some are straight. So you have to understand it. You have to know if it's going to be enough or it's going to be too thick. Okay, so I'm just going to add here and here and do my single crochet. I'm adding with single crochet, I'm joining with single crochet. So now let me check if I should, so it's to go like that, like that. I'm checking if it will actually be okay, or if I should increase or decrease. All right, so for me, for the size I did, it is okay. So I can add one, I can join 1 to 1. When I say 1 to 1, that means I can take from here and take from here at the same time without taking from here. That's skipping. Sometimes when this one is bigger than this one, when the hoodie is bigger than the shirt's neck you want to put it on, you have to skip 2 and bring it down like this. Okay, so you skip 2 and bring it down. But since it's okay, you can just be taking 1 and 1 at the back, 1 and 1 at the back. But if the hoodie is bigger, you can skip and then take it this way. That way it may be folded, but it will not show. I don't know if you guys understand me, but I have done my part by explaining. So let's move forward. So moving forward, I'm just going to take 1 and 1 at the back and do my single crochet. Now for a neat work, you can also decide to split stitch. You split your stitch and you take just a single crochet without taking it from here like this. You take just like this. That would be great if you can do that, but that's stressful to me, so I don't care to make the work look like machine knit or whatever. So I just do my thing sharp. I have other things to do. Nobody's gonna know. So that's us joining, and this is the back side, obviously. finally finished. So this is the end product, but don't go yet, so we can wear it on a mannequin and you'll see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks on here, but we are definitely going to put it on and show you guys. I'll cut that. I hope I'm not spoiling anything. Cut this off. I need a clean work. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I just said it that I hope I'm not spoiling anything. Yo. Well, I'm going to work on this right now. Whoa, whoa, that's bad, that's bad. Okay, stitching this. I just cut unnecessarily right now and mess shit up. I'm going from here to here and nobody's gonna know. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know? Okay. How would they know? Badass, right? That's why I say hide your stitches always, because if you mess it up, it's gone. Otilo. If you mess it up, you will have to crochet, and if you don't know how to stitch, amend your stitches, you'll be in a hot shit. So I almost messed myself up right now, but thank God for experience. I have experienced something like that before, so I knew how to fix it up, and we are good. See? Okay, so guys, we're going to wear it on our mannequin or on my body, and you guys will see how it looks like, but that's till tomorrow. For now, please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, try and click on the subscribe button, and please turn on the notification so we can notify you, so YouTube can notify you, not we. They would notify. Oh my God, this is giving. Oh my God, oh my God, look at this beauty. It is given, guys.